साथ मिलने का एक शुभ अवसर और अपने परिवारजनों के साथ जब मिलते हैं तो कितना सुखद होता है, कितना संतोषदायी होता है। मन की बात के द्वारा आपसे मिलकर मैं यही अनुभूति करता हूँ। और आज तो हमारी साझा यात्रा का ये 108वां एपिसोड है। हमारे यहाँ 108 अंक का महत्व, उसकी पवित्रता एक गहन अध्ययन का विषय है। माला में 108 मन के, 108 बार जप, 108 दिव्य क्षेत्र, मंदिरों में 108 सीढ़ियां, 108 घंटियां, 108 का ये अंक असीम आस्था से जुड़ा हुआ है। इसलिए मन की बात का 108वां एपिसोड मेरे लिए और खास हो गया है। मन की बात के इन 108 एपिसोड्स में हमने जन भागीदारी के कितने ही उदाहरण देखे हैं, उनसे प्रेरणा पाई है। अब इस पड़ाव पर पहुंचने के बाद हमें नए सिरे से नई ऊर्जा के साथ और तेज गति से बढ़ने का संकल्प लेना है। और ये कितना सुखद संयोग है कि कल का सूर्योदय 2024 का प्रथम सूर्योदय होगा। हम वर्ष 2024 में प्रवेश कर चुके होंगे। आप सभी को 2024 की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। साथियों, मन की बात सुनने वाले कई लोगों ने मुझे पत्र लिखकर अपने यादगार पल साझा किए हैं। ये 140 करोड़ भारतीयों की ताकत है कि इस वर्ष हमारे देश ने कई विशेष उपलब्धियां हासिल की है। इसी साल नारी शक्ति वंदन अधिनियम पास हुआ, जिसकी प्रतीक्षा बरसों से थी। बहुत सारे लोगों ने पत्र लिखकर भारत के 5वीं सबसे बड़ी अर्थव्यवस्था बनने पर खुशी जाहिर की। अनेक लोगों ने मुझे G20 समिट की सफलता याद दिलाई। साथियों, आज भारत का कोना कोना आत्मविश्वास से भरा हुआ है। विकसित भारत की भावना से, आत्मनिर्भरता की भावना से ओतप्रोत है। 2024 में भी हमें इसी भावना और मोमेंटम को बनाए रखना है। दिवाली पर रिकॉर्ड कारोबार ने ये साबित किया कि हर भारतीय वोकल फॉर लोकल के मंत्र को महत्व दे रहा है। साथियों, आज भी कई लोग मुझे चंद्रयान 3 की सफलता को लेकर संदेश भेजते रहे हैं। मुझे विश्वास है कि मेरी तरह आप भी हमारे वैज्ञानिकों और विशेषकर महिला वैज्ञानिकों को लेकर गर्व का अनुभव करते होंगे। साथियों, जब नाटू नाटू को ऑस्कर मिला तो पूरा देश खुशी से झूम उठा। द एलिफेंट विस्परर्स को सम्मान की बात जब सुनी तो कौन खुश नहीं हुआ। इनके माध्यम से दुनिया ने भारत की क्रिएटिविटी को देखा और पर्यावरण के साथ हमारे जुड़ाव को समझा। इस साल स्पोर्ट्स में भी हमारे एथलीटों ने जबरदस्त प्रदर्शन किया। एशियन गेम्स में हमारे खिलाड़ियों ने 107 और एशियन पैरा गेम्स में 111 मेडल जीते। क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप में भारतीय खिलाड़ियों ने अपने प्रदर्शन से सबका दिल जीत लिया। अंडर 19 T20 वर्ल्ड कप में हमारी महिला क्रिकेट टीम की जीत बहुत प्रेरित करने वाली है। कई खेलों में खिलाड़ियों की उपलब्धियों ने देश का नाम बढ़ाया। अब 2024 में पेरिस ओलंपिक का आयोजन होगा, जिसके लिए पूरा देश अपने खिलाड़ियों का हौसला बढ़ा रहा है। साथियों, जब भी हमने मिलकर प्रयास किया, हमारे देश की विकास यात्रा पर बहुत सकारात्मक प्रभाव हुआ। हमने आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव और मेरी माटी मेरा देश ऐसे सफल अभियान का अनुभव किया। इसमें करोड़ों लोगों की भागीदारी के हम सब साक्षी हैं। 70,000 अमृत सरोवरों का निर्माण भी हमारी सामूहिक उपलब्धि है। साथियों, मेरा ये विश्वास रहा है कि जो देश इनोवेशन को महत्व नहीं देता, उसका विकास रुक जाता है। भारत का इनोवेशन हब बनना इस बात का प्रतीक है कि हम रुकने वाले नहीं हैं। 2015 में हम ग्लोबल इनोवेशन इंडेक्स में 81वें रैंक पर थे। आज हमारी रैंक 40 है। इस वर्ष भारत में फाइल होने वाले पेटेंट की संख्या ज्यादा रही, जिनमें करीब 60% डोमेस्टिक फर्म्स के थे। क्यूएस एशिया यूनिवर्सिटी रैंकिंग में इस बार सबसे अधिक संख्या में भारतीय यूनिवर्सिटी शामिल हुई है। अगर इन उपलब्धियों की लिस्ट बनाना शुरू करें तो ये कभी पूरी ही नहीं होगी। ये तो सिर्फ एक झलक है। भारत का सामर्थ्य कितना प्रभावी है। हमें देश की इन सफलताओं से, देश के लोगों की इन उपलब्धियों से प्रेरणा लेनी है, गर्व करना है, नए संकल्प लेने हैं। मैं एक बार फिर आप सबको 2024 की शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। मेरे परिवारजनों, हमने अभी भारत को लेकर हर तरफ जो आशा और उत्साह है, उसकी चर्चा की। ये आशा और उम्मीद बहुत अच्छी है। जब भारत विकसित होगा तो इसका सबसे अधिक लाभ युवाओं को ही होगा। लेकिन युवाओं को इसका लाभ तब और ज्यादा मिलेगा जब वो फिट होंगे। आजकल हम देखते हैं कि लाइफस्टाइल रिलेटेड डिसीज के बारे में कितनी बातें होती हैं। ये हम सभी के लिए, खासकर युवाओं के लिए ज्यादा चिंता की बात है। इस मन की बात के लिए मैंने आप सभी से फिट इंडिया से जुड़े इनपुट भेजने का आग्रह किया था। आप लोगों ने जो रिस्पांस दिया, उसने मुझे उत्साह से भर दिया है। नमो ऐप पर बड़ी संख्या में मुझे स्टार्टअप्स ने भी अपने सुझाव भेजे हैं। उन्होंने अपने कई तरह के अनूठे प्रयासों की चर्चा की है। साथियों, भारत के प्रयास से 2023 को इंटरनेशनल ईयर ऑफ मिलेट्स के रूप में मनाया गया। इससे इस क्षेत्र में काम करने वाले स्टार्टअप्स को बहुत सारे अवसर मिले। इनमें लखनऊ से शुरू हुए किरोज फूड्स, प्रयागराज के ग्रैंडमा मिलेट्स और न्यूट्रास्यूटिकल रिच ऑर्गेनिक इंडिया जैसे कई स्टार्टअप शामिल हैं। एल्पिनो हेल्थ फूड्स, अबोरियल और किरोज फूड से जुड़े युवा हेल्दी फूड के ऑप्शंस को लेकर नए नए इनोवेशन भी कर रहे हैं। बेंगलुरु के अनबॉक्स हेल्थ से जुड़े युवाओं ने ये भी बताया है कि कैसे वे लोगों को उनकी पसंदीदा डाइट चुनने में मदद कर रहे हैं। फिजिकल हेल्थ को लेकर दिलचस्पी जिस तरह से बढ़ रही है, उससे इस क्षेत्र से जुड़े कोचेस और ट्रेनर्स की डिमांड भी बढ़ रही है। जोगो टेक्नोलॉजी जैसे स्टार्टअप्स इस मांग को पूरा करने में मदद कर रहे हैं। साथियों, आज फिजिकल हेल्थ और वेलबींग की चर्चा तो खूब होती है, लेकिन इससे जुड़ा एक और बड़ा पहलू है मेंटल हेल्थ का। मुझे यह जानकर बहुत खुशी हुई है कि मुंबई के इन्फी हिल और योर दोस्त जैसे स्टार्टअप्स मेंटल हेल्थ और वेलबींग को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। इतना ही नहीं, आज इसके लिए आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जैसी टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल भी किया जा रहा है। साथियों, मैं यहाँ कुछ ही स्टार्टअप्स का नाम ले सकता हूँ क्योंकि लिस्ट बहुत लंबी है। मैं आप सभी से आग्रह करूंगा कि फिट इंडिया के सपने को साकार करने की दिशा में इनोवेटिव हेल्थ केयर स्टार्टअप्स के बारे में मुझे जरूर लिखते रहें। मैं आपके साथ फिजिकल और मेंटल हेल्थ के बारे में बात करने वाले जाने माने लोगों के अनुभव भी साझा करना चाहता हूँ। ये पहला मैसेज सद्गुरु जग्गी वासुदेव जी का है। ये फिटनेस विशेष रूप से फिटनेस ऑफ द माइंड यानी मानसिक स्वास्थ्य को लेकर अपने विचार साझा करेंगे।
इस मन की बात में मन के स्वास्थ्य पर बात करना हमारा सौभाग्य है।
Mental illnesses and how we keep our neurological system are very directly related. How alert, static-free and disturbance-free we keep our neurological system will decide how pleasant we feel within ourselves. What we call as peace, love, joy, blissfulness, agony, depression, ecstasy, all have a chemical and neurological basis. Pharmacology is essentially trying to fix the chemical imbalance within the body by adding chemicals from outside. Mental illnesses are being managed this way. But we must realize that taking chemicals from outside in the form of medications is necessary when one is in extreme situation. Working for an internal mental health situation or working for an equanimous chemistry within ourselves, a chemistry of peacefulness, joyfulness, blissfulness, is something that has to be brought into every individual's life, into the cultural life of a society and the nations around the world and the entire humanity. It's very important we understand our mental health, our sanity is a fragile privilege. We must protect it, we must nurture it. For this, there are many levels of practices in the yogic system. Completely internalized processes that people can do as simple practices with which they can bring certain equanimity to their chemistry and certain calmness to their neurological system. The technologies of inner well-being is what we call as the yogic sciences. Let's make it happen.
सामान्य तौर पर सद्गुरु जी ऐसे ही बेहतरीन तरीके से अपनी बातों को सामने रखने के लिए जाने जाते हैं। आइए अब हम जानी मानी क्रिकेट खिलाड़ी हरमनप्रीत कौर जी को सुनते हैं।
नमस्कार, मैं अपने देशवासियों को मन की बात के माध्यम से कुछ कहना चाहती हूँ। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के फिट इंडिया की पहल मुझे अपने फिटनेस मंत्र आप सभी के साथ शेयर करने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया है। आप सभी को मेरा पहला सजेशन यही है, वन कैन नॉट आउट ट्रेन अ बैड डाइट। इसका अर्थ ये है, आप कब खाते हो और क्या खाते हो, इसके बारे में आपको बहुत सावधान रहना होगा। हाल ही में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने सभी को बाजरा खाने के लिए इनकरेज किया है, जो कि इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाता है और टिकाऊ खेती करने में सहायता करता है और पचाने में भी आसान है। रेगुलर एक्सरसाइज और 7 घंटे की पूरी नींद बॉडी के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है और फिट रहने के लिए मदद करती है। इसके लिए बहुत डिसिप्लिन एंड कंसिस्टेंसी की ज़रूरत होगी। जब आपको इसका रिजल्ट मिलने लग जाएगा तो आप डेली खुद ही एक्सरसाइज करना स्टार्ट कर दोगे। मुझे आप सबसे बात करने और अपना फिटनेस मंत्र शेयर करने का अवसर देने के लिए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का बहुत धन्यवाद।
हरमनप्रीत जी जैसी प्रतिभाशाली खिलाड़ी की बातें निश्चित रूप से आप सभी को प्रेरित करेगी। आइए ग्रैंड मास्टर विश्वनाथन आनंद जी को सुने। हम सभी जानते हैं कि उनके खेल शतरंज के लिए मेंटल फिटनेस का कितना महत्व है।
Namaste, I'm Vishwanathan Anand. You have seen me play chess, and very often I'm asked, what is your fitness routine? Now, chess requires a lot of focus and patience. So I do the following, which keeps me fit and agile. I do yoga 2 times a week. I do cardio 2 times a week. And 2 times a week, I focus on flexibility, stretching, weight training, and I tend to take 1 day off per week. All of these are very important for chess. You need to have the stamina to last 6 or 7 hours of intense mental effort, but you also need to be flexible to be able to sit comfortably, and the ability to regulate your breath to calm down is helpful when you want to focus on some problem, which is usually a chess game. My fitness tip to all Man Ki Baat listeners would be to keep calm and focus on the task at hand. The best fitness tip, for me, absolutely the most important fitness tip, is to get a good night's sleep. Do not start sleeping for 4 and 5 hours a night. I think 7 or 8 is an absolute minimum. So we should try as hard as possible to get a good night's sleep, because that is when the next day you're able to get through the day in calm fashion. You don't make impulsive decisions. You're in control of your emotions. For me, sleep is the most important fitness tip.
आइए अब अक्षय कुमार जी को सुनते हैं।
नमस्कार, मैं हूं अक्षय कुमार। सबसे पहले तो मैं हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का बहुत शुक्रिया करता हूं कि उनके मन की बात में मुझे भी अपने मन की बात आपको कह पाने का एक छोटा सा मौका मिला। आप लोग जानते हैं कि मैं फिटनेस के लिए जितना पैशनेट हूं, उससे भी कई ज्यादा पैशनेट हूं नेचुरल तरीके से फिट रहने के लिए। मुझे ना ये फैंसी जिम से ज्यादा पसंद है बाहर स्विमिंग करना, बैडमिंटन खेलना, सीढ़ियां चढ़ना, मुद्गर से कसरत करना, अच्छा हेल्दी खाना खाना। जैसे मेरा ये मानना है कि शुद्ध घी अगर सही मात्रा में खाया जाए तो हमें फायदा करता है। लेकिन मैं देखता हूं कि बहुत से यंग लड़के लड़कियां इस वजह से घी नहीं खाते कि कहीं वो मोटे ना हो जाए। बहुत जरूरी है कि हम ये समझें कि क्या हमारी फिटनेस के लिए अच्छा है और क्या बुरा है। डॉक्टर्स की सलाह से आप अपना लाइफस्टाइल बदलो, ना कि किसी फिल्म स्टार की बॉडी देखकर। एक्टर स्क्रीन पे जैसे दिखते हैं वैसे तो कई बार होते भी नहीं है। कई तरह के फिल्टर और स्पेशल इफेक्ट्स यूज होते हैं और हम उसे देखकर अपने शरीर को बदलने के लिए गलत तरीके शॉर्टकट का इस्तेमाल करना शुरू कर देते हैं। आजकल इतने सारे लोग स्टेरॉइड लेकर ये 6 पैक 8 पैक इसके लिए चल पड़ते हैं। यार, ऐसे शॉर्टकट से बॉडी ऊपर से फूल जाती है लेकिन अंदर से खोखली रह जाती है। आप लोग याद रखिएगा कि शॉर्टकट कैन कट योर लाइफ शॉर्ट। आपको शॉर्टकट नहीं, लॉन्ग लास्टिंग फिटनेस चाहिए। दोस्तों, फिटनेस एक तरह की तपस्या है, इंस्टेंट कॉफी या 2 मिनट का नूडल नहीं है। इस नए साल में अपने आप से वादा करो, नो केमिकल्स, नो शॉर्टकट, कसरत, योग, अच्छा खाना, वक्त पे सोना, थोड़ा मेडिटेशन और सबसे जरूरी, जैसे आप दिखते हो ना, उसे खुशी से एक्सेप्ट करो। आज के बाद फिल्टर वाली लाइफ नहीं, फिटर वाली लाइफ जियो। टेक केयर। जय महाकाल।
इस सेक्टर में कई और स्टार्टअप्स हैं, इसलिए मैंने सोचा कि एक युवा स्टार्टअप फाउंडर से भी चर्चा की जाए जो इस क्षेत्र में बेहतरीन काम कर रहे हैं।
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम ऋषभ मल्होत्रा है और मैं बैंगलोर का रहने वाला हूं। मुझे ये जानकर बेहद खुशी हुई कि मन की बात में फिटनेस पर चर्चा हो रही है। मैं खुद फिटनेस की दुनिया से बिलोंग करता हूं और बैंगलोर में हमारा एक स्टार्टअप है जिसका नाम है तगड़ा रहो। हमारा स्टार्टअप भारत के पारंपरिक व्यायाम को आगे लाने के लिए बनाया गया है। भारत के पारंपरिक व्यायाम में एक बहुत ही अद्भुत व्यायाम है जो है गदा व्यायाम, और हमारा पूरा फोकस गदा और मुग्दर व्यायाम पर ही है। लोगों को जानकर आश्चर्य होता है कि आप गदा से सारी ट्रेनिंग कैसे कर लेते हैं। मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा कि गदा व्यायाम हजारों साल पुराना व्यायाम है और ये हजारों सालों से भारत में चलता आ रहा है। आपने इसे छोटे बड़े अखाड़ों में देखा होगा और हमारे स्टार्टअप के माध्यम से हम इसे एक आधुनिक फॉर्म में वापस लेके आए हैं। हमें पूरे देश से बहुत प्यार मिला है, बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला है। मन की बात के माध्यम से मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा कि इसके अलावा भी भारत में बहुत से ऐसे प्राचीन व्यायाम हैं, हेल्थ और फिटनेस से रिलेटेड विधि है जो हमें अपनानी चाहिए और दुनिया में आगे भी सिखानी चाहिए। मैं फिटनेस की दुनिया से हूं तो आपको एक पर्सनल टिप देना चाहूंगा। गदा व्यायाम से आप अपना बल, अपनी ताकत, अपना पोस्चर और अपनी ब्रीदिंग को भी ठीक कर सकते हैं। तो गदा व्यायाम को अपनाएं और इसे आगे बढ़ाएं। जय हिंद।
साथियों, हर किसी ने अपने विचार रखे हैं, लेकिन सबका एक ही मंत्र है, हेल्दी रहें, फिट रहें। 2024 की शुरुआत करने के लिए आपके पास अपनी फिटनेस से बड़ा संकल्प और क्या होगा। मेरे परिवारजनों, कुछ दिन पहले काशी में एक एक्सपेरिमेंट हुआ था जिसे मैं मन की बात के श्रोताओं को जरूर बताना चाहता हूं। आप जानते हैं कि काशी तमिल संगमम में हिस्सा लेने के लिए हजारों लोग तमिलनाडु से काशी पहुंचे थे। वहां मैंने उन लोगों से संवाद के लिए आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एआई टूल भाषिणी का सार्वजनिक रूप से पहली बार उपयोग किया। मैं मंच से हिंदी में संबोधन कर रहा था, लेकिन एआई टूल भाषिणी की वजह से वहां मौजूद तमिलनाडु के लोगों को मेरा वही संबोधन उसी समय तमिल भाषा में सुनाई दे रहा था। काशी तमिल संगमम में आए लोग इस प्रयोग से बहुत उत्साहित दिखे। वो दिन दूर नहीं जब किसी एक भाषा में संबोधन हुआ करेगा और जनता रियल टाइम में उसी भाषण को अपनी भाषा में सुना करेगी। ऐसा ही फिल्मों के साथ भी होगा। जब जनता सिनेमा हॉल में एआई की मदद से रियल टाइम ट्रांसलेशन सुना करेगी, आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि जब ये टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे स्कूलों, हमारे अस्पतालों, हमारी अदालतों में व्यापक रूप से इस्तेमाल होने लगेगी तो कितना बड़ा परिवर्तन आएगा। मैं आज की युवा पीढ़ी से आग्रह करूंगा कि रियल टाइम ट्रांसलेशन से जुड़े एआई टूल्स को और एक्सप्लोर करें, उन्हें 100% फुल प्रूफ बनाएं। साथियों, बदलते हुए समय में हमें अपनी भाषाएं बचानी भी हैं और उनका संवर्धन भी करना है। अब मैं आपको झारखंड के एक आदिवासी गांव के बारे में बताना चाहता हूं। इस गांव ने अपने बच्चों को मातृभाषा में शिक्षा देने के लिए एक अनूठी पहल की है। मंगलो गांव में बच्चों को कुडुख भाषा में शिक्षा दी जा रही है। इस स्कूल का नाम है कार्तिक उरांव आदिवासी कुडुख स्कूल। इस स्कूल में 300 आदिवासी बच्चे पढ़ते हैं। कुडुख भाषा उरांव आदिवासी समुदाय की मातृभाषा है। कुडुख भाषा की अपनी लिपि भी है, जिसे तोलंग सिकी नाम से जाना जाता है। ये भाषा धीरे धीरे विलुप्त होती जा रही थी, जिसे बचाने के लिए इस समुदाय ने अपनी भाषा में बच्चों को शिक्षा देने का फैसला किया है। इस स्कूल को शुरू करने वाले अरविंद उरांव कहते हैं कि आदिवासी बच्चों को अंग्रेजी भाषा में दिक्कत आती थी, इसलिए उन्होंने गांव के बच्चों को अपनी मातृभाषा में पढ़ाना शुरू कर दिया। उनके इस प्रयास से बेहतर परिणाम मिलने लगे तो गांव वाले भी उनके साथ जुड़ गए। अपनी भाषा में पढ़ाई की वजह से बच्चों के सीखने की गति भी तेज हो गई है। हमारे देश में कई बच्चे भाषा की मुश्किलों की वजह से पढ़ाई बीच में ही छोड़ देते थे। ऐसी परेशानियों को दूर करने में नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति से भी मदद मिल रही है। हमारा प्रयास है कि भाषा किसी भी बच्चे की शिक्षा और प्रगति में बाधा नहीं बननी चाहिए। साथियों, हमारी भारत भूमि को हर कालखंड में देश की विलक्षण बेटियों ने गौरव से भर दिया है। सावित्रीबाई फुले जी और रानी वेलु नाचियार जी देश की ऐसी ही दो विभूतियां हैं। उनका व्यक्तित्व ऐसे प्रकाश स्तंभ की तरह है जो हर युग में नारी शक्ति को आगे बढ़ाने का मार्ग दिखाता रहेगा। आज से कुछ ही दिनों बाद 3 जनवरी को हम सभी इन दोनों की जन्म जयंती मनाएंगे। सावित्रीबाई फुले जी का नाम आते ही सबसे पहले शिक्षा और समाज सुधार के क्षेत्र में उनका योगदान हमारे सामने आता है। वे हमेशा महिलाओं और वंचितों की शिक्षा के लिए जोरदार तरीके से आवाज उठाती रही। वे अपने समय से बहुत आगे थी और उन गलत प्रथाओं के विरोध में हमेशा मुखर रही। शिक्षा से समाज के सशक्तिकरण पर उनका गहरा विश्वास था। महात्मा फुले जी के साथ मिलकर उन्होंने बेटियों के लिए कई स्कूल शुरू किए। उनकी कविताएं लोगों में जागरूकता बढ़ाने और आत्मविश्वास भरने वाली होती थी। लोगों से हमेशा उनका यह आग्रह रहा कि वे जरूरत में एक दूसरे की मदद करें और प्रकृति के साथ भी समरसता से रहें। वे कितनी दयालु थी, इसे शब्दों में नहीं समेटा जा सकता। जब महाराष्ट्र में अकाल पड़ा तो सावित्रीबाई और महात्मा फुले ने जरूरतमंदों की मदद के लिए अपने घरों के दरवाजे खोल दिए। सामाजिक न्याय का ऐसा उदाहरण विरले ही देखने को मिलता है। जब वहां प्लेग का भय व्याप्त था तो उन्होंने खुद को लोगों की सेवा में झोंक दिया इस दौरान वे खुद इस बीमारी की चपेट में आ गई। मानवता को समर्पित उनका जीवन आज भी हम सभी को प्रेरित कर रहा है। साथियों, विदेशी शासन के खिलाफ संघर्ष करने वाली देश की कई महान विभूतियों में से एक नाम रानी वेलु नाचियार का भी है। तमिलनाडु के मेरे भाई बहन आज भी उन्हें वीरा मंगई यानी वीर नारी के नाम से याद करते हैं। अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ रानी वेलु नाचियार जिस बहादुरी से लड़ी और जो पराक्रम दिखाया, वो बहुत ही प्रेरित करने वाला है। अंग्रेजों ने शिवगंगा साम्राज्य पर हमले के दौरान उनके पति की हत्या कर दी थी, जो वहां के राजा थे। रानी वेलु नाचियार और उनकी बेटी किसी तरह दुश्मनों से बच निकली थी। वे संगठन बनाने और मरूद ब्रदर्स यानी अपने कमांडरों के साथ सेना तैयार करने में कई सालों तक जुटी रही। उन्होंने पूरी तैयारी के साथ अंग्रेजों के खिलाफ युद्ध शुरू किया और बहुत ही हिम्मत और संकल्प शक्ति के साथ लड़ाई लड़ी। रानी वेलु नाचियार का नाम उन लोगों में शामिल है जिन्होंने अपनी सेना में पहली बार ऑल विमेन ग्रुप बनाया था। मैं इन दोनों वीरांगनाओं को श्रद्धा सुमन अर्पित करता हूं। मेरे परिवारजनों, गुजरात में डायरा की परंपरा है। रात भर हजारों लोग डायरा में शामिल होकर के मनोरंजन के साथ ज्ञान को अर्जित करते हैं। इस डायरा में लोक संगीत, लोक साहित्य और हास्य की त्रिवेणी हर किसी के मन को आनंद से भर देती है। इस डायरा के एक प्रसिद्ध कलाकार हैं भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी। हास्य कलाकार के रूप में भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी ने 30 साल से भी ज्यादा समय से अपना प्रभाव जमा रखा है। हाल ही में भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी का मुझे एक पत्र मिला और साथ में उन्होंने अपनी एक किताब भी भेजी है। किताब का नाम है सोशल ऑडिट ऑफ सोशल सर्विस। एक किताब बड़ी अनूठी है। इसमें हिसाब किताब है। ये किताब एक तरह की बैलेंस शीट है। पिछले 6 सालों में भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी को किस किस कार्यक्रम से कितनी आय हुई और वो कहाँ कहाँ खर्च हुआ, इसका पूरा लेखा जोखा किताब में है। ये बैलेंस शीट इसलिए अनोखी है क्योंकि उन्होंने अपनी पूरी आय, एक एक रुपया समाज के लिए, स्कूल, हॉस्पिटल, लाइब्रेरी, दिव्यांगजनों से जुड़ी संस्थाओं, समाज सेवा में खर्च कर दिया। पूरे 6 साल का हिसाब है। जैसे किताब में एक स्थान पर लिखा है 2022 में उनको अपने कार्यक्रमों से आय हुई 2,35,79,674 रुपये और उन्होंने स्कूल, हॉस्पिटल, लाइब्रेरी पर खर्च किए 2,35,79,674 रुपये। उन्होंने 1 रुपया भी अपने पास नहीं रखा। दरअसल इसके पीछे भी एक दिलचस्प वाकया है। हुआ यूं कि एक बार भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी ने कहा कि जब 2017 में वो 50 साल के हो जाएंगे तो उसके बाद उनके कार्यक्रमों से होने वाली आय को वो घर नहीं ले जाएंगे बल्कि समाज पर खर्च करेंगे। 2017 के बाद से अब तक वो लगभग 8.25 करोड़ रुपए अलग अलग सामाजिक कार्यों पर खर्च कर चुके हैं। एक हास्य कलाकार अपनी बातों से हर किसी को हंसने के लिए मजबूर कर देता है, लेकिन वो भीतर कितनी संवेदनाओं को जीता है, ये भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी के जीवन से पता चलता है। आपको ये जानकर हैरानी होगी कि उनके पास पीएचडी की 3 डिग्रियां भी हैं। वो 75 किताबें लिख चुके हैं, जिनमें से कई पुस्तकों को सम्मान भी मिला है। उन्हें सामाजिक कार्यों के लिए भी कई पुरस्कारों से सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। मैं भाई जगदीश त्रिवेदी जी को उनके सामाजिक कार्यों के लिए बहुत-बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। मेरे परिवारजनों, अयोध्या में राम मंदिर को लेकर पूरे देश में उत्साह है, उमंग है। लोग अपनी भावनाओं को अलग-अलग तरह से व्यक्त कर रहे हैं। आपने देखा होगा, बीते कुछ दिनों में श्री राम और अयोध्या को लेकर कई सारे नए गीत, नए भजन बनाए गए हैं। बहुत से लोग नई कविताएं भी लिख रहे हैं। इसमें बड़े-बड़े अनुभवी कलाकार भी हैं, तो नए उभरते युवा साथियों ने भी मन को मोह लेने वाले भजनों की रचना की है। कुछ गीतों और भजनों को तो मैंने भी अपने सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर किया है। ऐसा लगता है कि कला जगत अपनी अनूठी शैली में इस ऐतिहासिक क्षण का सहभागी बन रहा है। मेरे मन में एक बात आ रही है कि क्या हम सभी लोग ऐसी सारी रचनाओं को एक कॉमन हैशटैग के साथ शेयर करें। मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है कि हैशटैग श्री राम भजन के साथ आप अपनी रचनाओं को सोशल मीडिया पर शेयर करें। ये संकलन भावों का, भक्ति का ऐसा प्रवाह बनेगा जिसमें हर कोई राममय हो जाएगा। मेरे प्यारे देशवासियों, आज मन की बात में मेरे साथ बस इतना ही। 2024 अब कुछ ही घंटे दूर है। भारत की उपलब्धियां हर भारतवासी की उपलब्धि है। हमें पंच प्राणों का ध्यान रखते हुए भारत के विकास के लिए निरंतर जुटे रहना है। हम कोई भी काम करें, कोई भी फैसला ले, हमारी सबसे पहली कसौटी यही होनी चाहिए कि इससे देश को क्या मिलेगा, इससे देश का क्या लाभ होगा। राष्ट्र प्रथम, नेशन फर्स्ट, इससे बड़ा कोई मंत्र नहीं। इसी मंत्र पर चलते हुए हम भारतीय अपने देश को विकसित बनाएंगे, आत्मनिर्भर बनाएंगे। आप सभी 2024 में सफलताओं की नई ऊंचाई पर पहुंचे। आप सभी स्वस्थ रहें, फिट रहें, खूब आनंद से रहें, मेरी यही प्रार्थना है। 2024 में हम फिर एक बार देश के लोगों की नई उपलब्धियों पर चर्चा करेंगे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
अयोध्या जी के
मन की बात जर्नी ऑफ ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर। इनिशियल स्टेज में जो ऑनरेबल पीएम साहब का मैसेज था वो आप लोगों के लिए था। हाउ इनोवेशन से हम लोग ग्लोबल इंडेक्स में 41 से ऊपर आकर के हम लोगों को 81 से 40 तक पहुंचा, एंड हाउ वी हैव टू कम टू द टॉप लेवल। एंड इनोवेशन के लिए कैसे हमको सोसाइटी के साथ सोसाइटी का प्रॉब्लम को कैसे हम लोगों को इनोवेटिव सोल्यूशन देना है। एंड जो लास्ट का जो है नेशन फर्स्ट, राष्ट्र प्रथम, एंड हमारा सारा काम इसके लिए समर्पित होना चाहिए। इसी के साथ हमारा ये आज का वैलिडिटी सेशन का शुरुआत कर रहे हैं। एंड वी आर थैंकफुल टू ऑल आवर टेक्निकल एडवाइजरी कमिटी मेंबर्स तो जो आर हियर। वी हैव ग्रेट प्रिविलेज टू वेलकम श्री सुबोध कुमार जोशी साहब, Deputy Secretary, Department of Science and Technology. Give a big hand for his kind presence, and I request Dr. Joshi sir to please join with us dais. So it is a program of Department of Science and Technology under which GUJCOST, Science City and all our science promotion, popularizations and disseminations work is going on. We are thankful to our department and we heartily welcome the kind presence and participation of Sri Subodh Joshi Sahab in this program. And this afternoon, we'll be having this last part of this grand finale, where our honorable guests will be announce the prizes and certificates and announce the future course of action. So let us wait for that moment. And in between, we have some sort of formal session. We have requested our technical advisory committee chaired by Dr. Devanik Rai sir and all the esteemed members who are here on the dais. We'll have a brief interaction with our TSC members as well as our mentors and the participants. And we request that all the TSC members, including our chairman, has to brief something briefly about the experiences of this program, entire program, the contributions of yours, the levels of difficulty, challenges, and what should be the take-home message, and how we have to prepare for the next edition, and how we have to make it more participatory so that every student, they can part of this program. It's a government program. It's a program to giving a platform to boost with your career as a startup, as an entrepreneur, as a nation builder, lots of things is there. So with this word and with this background, I request Dr. Devanik Rai, the chairman of Technical Advisory Committee, Robofest Gujarat 3.0, to initiate the discussion. And after that, we will be also requesting each of our members to share. And in between also, we will request all the mentors be ready. You can share your thoughts, your inputs, your suggestions, your comments, your feedback, along with the participants from the Gujarat and other institutions outside the Gujarat also. Together we can think that how best this program can be groomed for our younger generation and how best this can be taken or appreciated or participated by all the students, all the state, all the institutions in the national level, so that it becomes a movement to fulfill the dreams of Honorable PM and Honorable CM, that how best India can emerge as a hub for the robotic industry and this emerging technology. So I request Dr. Devanik Rai sir to begin with. Thank you, sir.
So, namaskar. First of all, very good morning and warm welcome to all of you again. And my special welcome to dear students first, because you are the torch bearers. You have toiled for almost a year for this grand finale program at different stages of our evaluations. And this level 3, that is the grand finale, this is now at a culmination stage. You are all very anxious to probably get the results. But as I mentioned on the very first day also, I personally consider, and my all team members from the advisory committee and GUJCOST family also, that all 67 participants at this final stage are the winners. In fact, our experience says, thank you, our experience says for the last 2 days, in several events, it was extremely tough competition, extremely close, perseverance, and it was difficult. You have made us at a different levels of difficulties, that how to evaluate, how to really give the numerical quantification of your performance. So that's the challenge, and I feel this Robofest 3.0 is kind of a level apart from the earlier 2 events when it was just getting maturity. It was started, it was at a cradle. So Robofest 3.0 has already come to a good threshold, which soon may be compared with international level events of robotic competitions. So we are hoping for that, and as you have already listened to Honorable PM's speech, he has mentioned about innovation, He has mentioned about India's ranking and perseverance in many other international forums. I would just like to extend this word innovation by another term called indigenization. You need to develop the things indigenously. Unless and until India can be confident about indigenous development with your novel design and then development, prototyping, field trial and other things, things are difficult for us. We cannot afford to go to the top by buying things. Of course, we need to buy some of the components, especially in robotics and for hardwares. We need to depend on something till some other solution comes in our own country, and that is already there in our country. There are several startups, several MSMEs that have shown real good progress, and I am quite aware of that because I visit all across the country all the time. But again, I am telling, this indigenous development passion has to be there in all of you. The second important part is, please don't feel yourself, even if you don't get a prize here today, but all of you are at the same level and you are quite competent even to very premier institution abroad also. There is not much of a difference of brain power or knowledge power. The difference is somewhere our system lags, systems probably do not motivate much, and that also it is getting changed. So you need good mentorship. Once you have the mentorship, you are at par. The same group of students, they get admitted everywhere in US and Europe in the master's program. But because of the sheer volume, we cannot accommodate many of you at premier institutions at the BTech level. I can tell you, nearly around 180 institutions in India as of now are offering BTechs, full-fledged 4-year BTech program in robotics engineering. Somewhere it is robotics engineering, somewhere it is mechatronics engineering, somewhere it is robotics and automation, somewhere automation and robotics. But theme is 4-year BTech program has already in place. So there will be a vast pool of robotic engineers. They will be coming in slowly. They will be passing out in another 1 or 2 years. All these programs are very nascent. I don't think no colleges have already graduated these engineers, or maybe one or few colleges maybe. So you have a great future ahead, and you can lead your country. You have to have the passion of loving your motherland. And in my whole life, I have done that way only. So far as this particular event is concerned, this year we have taken several new steps, and we have a lot of plans for the Robofest 4.0 also. The important thing is things should not end here. Things should not end with winning prizes or participating at the grand finale and forget about it and then close the chapter. Then again in the next year we will start from the same level. So this I personally feel wrong for a country like us. So my sincere request to all the mentors, all the faculties of your colleges, your institutions who has given you the necessary backup for your hardware prototype that you have shown us in the last 2 days, and today also it will be exhibited. Please take this saga forward. In several forms, Government of India has got several new schemes announced, and there are regular schemes of funding the projects, etc. is there. So please utilize your conceptual things, knowledge for getting more specific projects with applications in mind. And that will be the real benefit out of these events. See, I feel events should not end up with a fanfare or event. They should create a message, and the message should go to the, of course, to the common man. Unless and until we do something for the common people in our country, I don't think this technology doesn't have any meaning. Technology is not for showcasing at the competitions or at the laboratories or at some high-level events. It is for the masses. And many of these exhibits under the 7 categories In fact, the last category, the others, it is also very important. There is application projects for whatever we have seen, and other 6 categories are usual robotics technology categories. Each of these categories have lot of impetus for practical application. So you need to take it forward, or the mentors have to collect these informations, and they should take it forward to several other forums of Government of India to get financial and other supports. So a good ecosystem is probably building up in our country in last couple of years, and that needs to be strengthened forward. Then only we will consider our effort is successful, and then out of these, even if some 5-6 projects get matured to a level of application or deployment in another 4-5 years, of course nothing can be done overnight, and it is not expected also, not desired also. So take a time gap of 5 years, say maybe 2028 or 2029, and then if at least 4 or 5 of these prototypes which we are seeing today can get an application, can getting a deployment through the startup companies. And regarding the startup, there are so many facilities that government is extending, both at central government level and different state government levels are also coming up. So doing a startup is not an issue, and I have interacted with many students group. They want to really create their own startup and don't want to join in a regular company after graduation or post-graduation. So that may be a good step. In our time, we never used to think of that kind of a courage, or rather we didn't have that courage. We used to get campus placement and job, and probably we used to continue like that. So that is a very good step, but the startups have also their vices. I have seen startup dying up after 5-6 years. So this should not happen. So there should be a very concrete way of thinking that what product we will be aiming at, and whether that product will be beneficial for the Indian citizens. I am repeating again and again, please look at your own country. There are several issues which needs to be solved by robotics technology, several issues where we can really give the benefit to our common people, and that will be the real, paying homage to our motherland. So be proud to be an Indian, be proud to be an Indian technocrat, and take your ideation, take your things forward. And I would like to probably get some feedback from the students group or probably the mentors also, that how many of you are really passionate about creating your own startup in another 2-3 years down the line. Once the startup is there, then if it goes well, there is a chance of transferring it to a MSME, medium and small scale industries. And again, these are also very important step in Government of India program, MSME programs. So take advantage of those. Many of these informations are available in websites of federal government. So you can go through that. You can even contact me anytime. And those will be the real grand finale in my opinion. So this is a start, definitely, but it should not be the end of these events. Events will continue, but real fruit should come when I will see, or rather all of us will see, that a consistent startup companies are coming and they are able to do business. And then finally they are delivering something to the Indian mass. So thank you very much. We all will be wishing a very bright future for all the students group. And possibly you should take part, some of you may take part in next year's event, some of you may not, but you please mentor. The students should mentor your juniors, faculty should continue mentoring the new batches of students, have more interaction between the colleges, and also give the information to near about colleges. See, there are so many small engineering colleges who do not have the facilities to even participate in this kind of event. Maybe they will not even know the things happening. So this information should go. Another thing is, as it is already probably emphasized in national education policy, teaching the things or explaining the things in the mother tongue. So be very frank in explaining your things in whatever languages you are proficient with, be it in Gujarati, Hindi, or any other regional languages. That should not be a bar. I have seen many students are very, hesitant in expressing the things. Maybe they have a good idea, but they do not come up. So we should be having a very well ecosystem or facility or an environment where students should feel frank in explaining their things or expressing their doubts or design, whatever they feel like in their mother tongue. So that should be another probably yardstick for making this kind of events a real success. So I wish a very bright future to all of you, and of course the results will be there soon. So we wish all the teams who will be probably winning special congratulations. Others also the equal amount of congratulations from my own side. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'll request Professor Sudipto Mukherjee, Professor Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Delhi, to please share a few words about this competition.
So, thanks for the reception. So I'm a mechanical engineer by training and work in robotics and in biomechanics. So, I mean, you had the Prime Minister and then Dr. Roy telling you about the future, the need of the country. So, I am not very good at that. But I know a little bit about robotics. I'm suspicious about many more things than I know about. So what is my take from this program? So one of the things that we struggle with in the IIT is that we are also supposed to consult for the industries. Right? So when we work for the industries, the question that asks is, how are you people different? Right, so your teachers teach you, you go out and then you learn some more and you work in the industries. What I want you to take away from this is the courage to do something and you are not really afraid of failure. And that's become very important as a student. And as you progress, the older you become more and more afraid of failure. So some of these projects that I see about, some of them I've worked on over the years, slightly more sophisticated versions. For example, you have walking machines in the front, so I will have a project running where over 4 years, and maybe something like 4 crores, 5 crores, I build up a machine. So the difference is that we do things slowly. What you have done over 1 year, we will take longer because we then have to cross over, dot all the I's and cross all the T's, right? So for example, some of these machines are purely based on kinematics, geometry, right? So one finger here, one finger there. I have a thruster, it will go down. How much will it go down, right? If I give a force, then it'll keep accelerating, it'll go and hit the bottom. So in robotics, there is one thing which is called control theory, that becomes very important. And we write equations which are slightly different or modified versions of force is equal to mass times acceleration. And we are able to come out with what are called stable configurations. So this is, for all of you who will be working on robotics, this is a very, very important question to ask. Not performance, but is it stable? So that will go a long way in future, in your next competitions, in your working life. When you start yourself asking this question, is it stable? You can see a device and understand if it's stable, if it is not vibrating. If in the air something is shaking, there's some part of the component shaking, then you know it is not stable, even though it does the function. That's the first lesson. Now there is something which we will admit to. I've been a teacher of mechanical engineering here for 30 years in the IIT. I'm old, 60 plus. So teaching for many years. Looking at many of these products, I now get this impression that we are deficient in mechanical engineering education in this country. So there are basic elements which are bearings, linkages, strength, structural stiffness, which we teach in courses. We don't emphasize them. And you will have devices which are working fine, and then you get into a competition and you suddenly find that they are not working. Why does it happen? You don't see it, but internally, discussing with Professor Sangwan here, you can see small things which are bent, small things which are bent locally. So we are very bad teachers, right? So that's the job of a teacher. That if you do 30 things right, you do 2 things wrong, we will mark cross, cross, and say, okay, -2. So that is one thing which you need to emphasize in the future. And so you have to demand this of your mentors. See, your mentors know all this stuff, but unless you go to your mentors and you ask them that, we are seeing this problem, this is bending, this is vibrating. Teachers, actually, we are overloaded and we may not be able to give you the answers. But do go back and understand that these are not normal behavior. Things don't break down. Your car doesn't break down for 100,000 kilometers. It's because of this concept. So I think you need to work on it. But like I said, I today would not dream of getting a team together and making something like this in 1 year's time. I really, really appreciate that. And the fact that you have taken this on. And I think it gives me lots of courage and lot of hope when I see these things together. So that's all I have for you. And so if you do need help, send mail. You can easily find my email. And do mention the word GUJCOST or something, because we do receive over 500 mails a day. So if it's not immediately obvious, it just goes into trash. Right, since GUJCOST is keyed in, so if you need some support ever, feel free to contact me. So that's all I have, and thank you. It's been a pleasure seeing many of these things.
Thank you, sir. Now I will request Dr. Anjali Kulkarni, Principal Research Engineer, Center of Mechatronics, IIT Kanpur, to please address the audience and also motivate more girls to take up robotics.
महो अर्ण सरस्वती प्रचैतयति केतुना धियो विश्वाविराजति. This is the mantra from Rigved, a very old scripture, and through this I bow to Ma Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, and a river which has flown as universal awakener through our minds, and it is still flowing. So with these words, I congratulate all the student participants and mentors for their invaluable work in robotics. As Dr. Sudipto, he rightly said that within a 1 year's period, coming up with working models is a really commendable thing. So once again, I congratulate you all. Actually, we had listened to Modi ji also, and then to Professor Roy, and Sudipto, and all the things they are said by our Prime Minister, they are valid. So we should tinker upon them. We should be listening to them, and you must be understanding that the importance that through this work, whatever you have done from beginning, from the scratch, so learning process should be continued. So it is called as that Chintan, Manan and Nidhi Dhyasan. So that has to be always the part of our life. So whatever we do, we should do with perfection and continuously do it till we achieve the perfection in it. So this is, and yes, I'm in Center for Mechatronics for last 35 years. And my nature, I think, is it's interdisciplinary, and so I got this kind of work to be done. So listen to your inner voice, whatever you want to do, whatever you are good at it, whatever your passion is, and cultivate that, that particular thing and grow in your life. And remember, Rashtra is Sarvopari. So with these words, I thank you, GUJCOST, for making me the part of this journey for continuously for 3 years. And I must appreciate this Science City. For last 2 days, I am seeing it's a wonderful project that Gujarat government has taken up, and GUJCOST also is supporting. So many people, they are coming with enthusiasm, families, senior citizens, students, even kids, and they are getting benefited. They are seeing, enjoying the Science City, the projects, the fountains, etc. The last night we have witnessed that laser show, and which has also has given the message of utilizing the infrastructure, the nature, the with great pride and with means justice to it. So I think the journey is very beautiful, and I wish all the best to everybody. Enjoy the life and do the best in your life. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Rightfully said. Enjoy whatever you do. Now I request Professor Vivek Sangwan, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, IIT Mumbai, to please share a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Poonam. Congratulations to all of you for making these finals, and I think that was the most important thing. And it is certainly quite impressive to be able to reach here, put these working systems together. Does take a lot of hard work to realize anything in physical hardware. A lot of good things have already been said. Maybe I'll try to say a few things on what is it that I do or I started doing after, getting into professional world, stopped being a student or continued being a student, but started becoming a more professional oriented person as well. See, putting this together in 1 year is certainly very challenging. But as you have done this now, maybe other teams from your college will do it in coming years. You want for this to move forward, for these prototypes to get better, I suggest that you introduce some memory in your systems, okay? So by memory I mean, for example, there are teams here who have put together a setup, made it work. You must have learned some things. Taking good documentation of those learnings as to what improvements need to be done, those need to be transferred to your next generation, to your immediate junior, or in case you are doing this again at the same time, okay? And this is where I think the mentors have a key role to play, because they will probably stay with the teams year after year. So, for example, I'm just taking one example. For example, in many cases, I noticed that the robot had a chassis, a nice box, and there was some problem. Then students opened the box. Then inside that box, all the electronics were just stacked on top of each other. They were loose, they could move around with some movement. So that is fine, right? You made your first prototype, you had to do something to make it work. But you have to realize that that is not robust. Those free floating electronics inside will move, they will get disconnected, it will be very hard for you to debug it, okay? So you should at least have the maturity or learning from this time that you insist that your next team or next iteration spends some time on your design, and you design proper PCBs, fix them with nuts and bolts so that when things move, things are not moving inside freely, okay? So that sounds very trivial, but if you do that as a team and you transfer that, you insist your next generation or next iteration to fix that, you have taken a step forward, okay? These small things do matter a lot at the finals, okay? So many cases, as has already been pointed out, when you have a motor, you cannot connect your final load directly on the motor. There has to be a proper motor mounting with bearings. It is all right to not have it in your first prototype, but as you are moving forward, spend some time on, you know, for example, for most industrial products, there are versions, version 1, version 2, version 2.5. Get into the habit of documenting those things and having a next version where some problem from the previous version has been solved, okay? So this is memory in the system. If you are able to, as mentors or as seniors of your team, if you are able to introduce this memory concept in your thing, your process or your product will improve over time. If you do not do it, every time there will be a new team, they will get to the same sort of proficiency every time, okay? So this idea of memory we teach in control systems as well. There are systems with memory, there are systems without memory, dynamic systems, systems with memory, static systems, systems without memory. That goes for human processes and human organizations as well, okay? Other than that, another thing that I have noticed after taking up this academic role, dealing with students from my university, other universities at these competitions, that when we are students, we nowadays try to focus, or maybe that was true for me as well, okay? I'm not trying to say that that's true only today. We try to focus more on quantity than quality. Okay, so I have some of my own mentees, students, undergraduate students that are working with me, and I have a hard time trying to convince them that, you know, in your college experience, it will be good, I suggest them that it will be good if you focus on your academics plus one technical extracurricular activity plus one slightly non-technical, maybe sports or arts, music, dance, whatever, and just focus on these 2-3 things along with your social life, okay? That's many students, they want to do 2-3 technical activities, sports, and miss all the lectures, and so very, very lopsided, okay? So focusing on a few things, okay, that match your interest, and then giving a lot of quality time with those 2-3 things will make you go much more forward compared to if you try to do too many things and hope that you will be good at all of them. Okay, so that's very important. Sounds very trivial, but one or two students who did follow this advice did do very well after graduation and other places. Okay, they really knew those 2-3 things well, and that becomes immediately evident as soon as they open their mouth in an interview or a personal interaction. Okay, a more experienced person will know right away that whether this person actually knows his or her stuff or not. Okay, so that is what more experienced people look for. Okay, so be very careful. Now between those 2-3 things, I try to suggest students that you have to keep those 2-3 things balanced in your life, okay? So those 2-3 things along with social life, all balanced, okay? If you try to, if you make one activity more dominant than the others, that is not a good thing. That usually leads to suboptimal situations. So if your social life dominates above everything else, that is not very good. If you do only tech team, you are missing on social life, academic co-career, that is also not good. So keeping a few things balanced, having a system of memory in place where you actively take note of the improvements that could be done, those things will take you much more forward in life, okay? So that is all I had. Thank you very much. This is certainly impressive, but this is not, in many cases, not the best thing you could do. You can do much more than what you have done here, provided you take the learnings and actively spend time on improving them, okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you for the simple tips and the technical guidance to our Robofest Grand Finale participants. Now I request Dr. Kanade sir, who is representing Shri Avinash Punekar, and he will tell about, he's from iCreate, Senior Technology Analyst from iCreate Ahmedabad, which has an incubator. So Kanade sir, please.
First of all, congratulations all the teams. So actually, as sir told that after this, what you have done for this Robofest, there is an applications and deployment. So I am from iCreate, Tarun Kanade, and I am there as a senior technology analyst. So iCreate, it stands for International Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology. So we are basically supporting the startups. We are an incubation centers and supporting the startups. So if you are interested to convert your product for industrial purpose, for real applications, you can contact iCreate, okay? And even if you have a certain problems and you want to develop certain products or for any applications, you can contact iCreate. Now, before that, for last 3 years, we are actually running the challenges for electric vehicles. And most of the participants or teams, those who are the winners, they are actually converting their startups into the industries, and they are deploying their products. Some of these from Vadodara, some of them from Ahmedabad, some of them from Pune. So it is like that. So if you have any questions for this, regarding this startups, you can ask me. Okay, and also we have developed some, we are working on the electronics risk 5 challenges. We have also developed for startups so that they can work on it, students can work on it, and you can make some products for electric vehicle system like battery management systems, any type of things that you can work. Okay, thank you. Or you can contact iCreate.
Thank you. If time permits, we'll take a bigger session on the startup by iCreate. Now I request Vitlani sir to please say a few words.
So, good morning to all of you. So first of all, very big clap for GUJCOST. Particularly, we all technical advisory committee members are very much thankful to GUJCOST for providing us opportunity to interact youth like you. So usually I like to work with a youth. And because of that, I am getting many opportunities in that field. Recently, we organized one hackathon called New India Vibrant Hackathon. The regional round was conducted at different 16 centers in Gujarat, and the grand finale was conducted at PDU Gandhinagar, where we got opportunity to interact with, our vibrant youth. So all of you are winners. Debanik sir told you rightly, so all of you are winners. Some of you will get prizes, but all of you have already got prizes from the GUJCOST. During your ideation round, you got 50,000 rupees per team. And when you were selected in a POC, some of you got 2 lakh per team and some of you got 1 lakh per team. So all of you are ultimately winners. Few of you will get today prizes, but otherwise you have worked a lot during your last 6 months. And I'm witnessing all the teams, like you work 24/7. You have a many sleepless night spent to work on your product. This was along with your tight academic schedule, because I know that some of you recently theory examinations are completed. The practical examinations are still going on. You requested your colleges to arrange, some alternate for your practical examination. So you are working hard to maintain your academic line, also at the same time working on innovative products which you have demonstrated in last 2 days. And during our observation, we found that Professor Vivek rightly told that the circuitry part basically it was somewhat weak, and because of that thing was happening, like in Gujarati there is a kevat दशहरा ना दिवसे घोड़ू न दौड़े. On the दशहरा के दिन है ना घोड़ा दौड़ता नहीं है, इस टाइप का कुछ सिचुएशन हुआ था आपके बीच में. Many of your team could not demonstrate the working prototype because of that only, because there were many loose connections. So please advise your juniors, because now I think you will not be participating next time in Robofest 4.0, because either you will be in your business, or whether some of you will be doing a government services, or some of you will be doing higher education, and some of will be placed in many companies. So, but please advise your juniors. As a mentor, we will advise, but you also advise that prepare a PCB, printed circuit board. Nowadays, many free softwares are available like KiCad and all that, where you can do the circuit design, prepare a layout, and then GUJCOST is already providing you money. So use that money to order the PCB online. So you have to do only designing part, and then fabrication part you can directly order online. Nowadays, companies are there which they can prepare PCB within 2 or 3 days. They can supply you PCB on your doorstep. So you will get the PCB, and once you will have a PCB with you, you have a permanent connections, then this type of problems will not happen. Otherwise, you will do a lot of mathematical calculations, theoretical calculations. Your code will be also nice, but at last moment, because of the poor connections, sometimes your motor will fail, sometimes your sensor is failing, sometimes some important part is not working at last moment, and because of only the loose connections. Sometimes short circuit will happen, and your battery will get short circuited, and because of that you will not be able to perform well. Because I have seen during while I was mentoring the teams, I have seen their prototypes were working very nicely. At the final stage, in a grand finale, they are not working. So this is a very sad condition. So this is a very great learning outcome for that. We are also thankful. Our chairman is very, very cool and calm. He has given you second chance. Many of you, those who have asked the second chance, the given second chance, and then some of you could perform in a second chance. So I mean, I feel very, very great. I'm feeling very proud to work under the chairmanship of Debanik Roy. Sir, we learn a lot from you. He's a very calm person. So as a technical advisory committee member, I have a great learning experience with working with all this team: Mehul Rawal sir, Jatin Dave sir, Vivek sir, Anjali Kulkarni madam, and the expert from iCreate. So it's really great learning experience for all of us together. I'm seeking the similar opportunity in future also in Robofest 4.0, sir, working with you. And we have a, a great system, innovation ecosystem in Gujarat state. Like in a Gujarat state, we are providing a grant under student startup and innovation policy to create innovation, to motivate the innovation. Then there is the iHub. Actually, I interacted with many teams. Some of you would like to start a business. You go for a startup in this, in robotics field. So there is a iHub. They are providing a space where 8 to 10 people can sit easily, and the amount, rent is very nominal, 3,000 rupees per month. And within that cost, you will be getting a space, a Wi-Fi, air condition, and then there is a lot of incubation space is also available. Some conference room is available. So entire infrastructure government has created with a cost of around 70 crore rupees. iHub, it is a middle of in the city near to LD College of Engineering. So you can take advantage of iHub where you can initially start with your business, and then later on because the land and the rent is very costly in Ahmedabad basically. So you will get space there in iHub. Space is also I think available at iCreate. So there are many government systems are very proactive to boost the startup activity in Gujarat. Wish you best of luck, all the success in your future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we request Professor Mehul Rawal, sir, Associate Dean and Professor, Ahmedabad University.
Thank you. Namaskar. And it's a privilege and honor to be the part of the Technical Advisory Committee, and this is really a good job that a GUJCOST is making. So, dear all students, their mentors who are sitting there, and the members of the tech on the dais, and the GUJCOST family as well. So, આમાં આપણા માટે શું, right? That is the question which each of the student would be bugging at an end of a day. That what is there in for me? So પહેલી વસ્તુ, you would learn to do a real-time problem solving, right? This is an opportunity. So as many of them are sharing it across, what you are doing is a project. And this is where most of you will land up. And most of you will be doing firefighting at the times, right? તો આ એક તમારા માટે પહેલો અનુભવ હતો કે છેલ્લી ઘડીએ કંઈક બગડી જાય, અને તમારા માટે અહીંયા એ સારું હતું કે the Technical Advisory Committee, Dr. Roy was aware of the difficulties that students have, and therefore there is always a fail-safe mechanism which he has ensured, right? Each one of you would have realized that there was a fail-safe mechanism, but many times in the life, you may not have that fail-safe mechanism. And that you will realize as you go on. એટલે પહેલી વસ્તુ તો એ થઈ કે real time fire fighting અથવા problem solving is what you get to know. Second thing that it brought up to you is an intrinsic motivation to learn, right? Why all of you are here? All of you are here for 3 days because you are creating something. You are doing the job that you love, right? That's the most important part. And while you are learning, you would not have realized that the questions that you are asking is really related to your project or robo which you are trying to create, right? Be it electronics, be it mechanical, be it any other assembly, be it electrical connection that you are looking at, you were fully focused on this particular robos that you were creating, right? So you really worked as a team. That is another thing which in a learning will come on, and that essentially is that you really all had a courage to work as a team. Third important thing which we are missing as student most of the time is to ask questions, right? પ્રશ્નો આપણે પૂછતા નથી. પણ ગઈકાલે કોઈક ટીમને એમ કીધું હોય કે ના બસ આ હવે ઘણું થયું. You were raising questions, right? Lot of them you were coming at across to the committee members, raising several questions, several doubts, which is extremely important. Please start asking questions. That is the most important part, right? So this particular learning which this occasion is giving you is an opportunity to ask questions, and there is no fear of failure, right, in this particular case, because no one would have forced you to come and make you the part of Robofest. It is your own willingness through which you are making, right? What else for you? The other part of this would be that you get to know teams from other states, teams from other institutions, get to know them, right? So you are in Robofest 3.0, but what you can do is also you can be there in Robofest 4.0, where you will be participating across students from other institutions. Can you think of doing that? Right? So આ પણ એક આપણા માટે opportunity હતી કે you can start working and looking at what others have done. દર વખતે આપણે અનુભવથી જ શીખીએ એવું જરૂરી નથી, પણ બીજા લોકોએ શું ભૂલ કરી છે, what others have done the mistakes here, if you would have observed that, that would also make you extremely wiser in that sense, right? અને એમાં પણ કશું ખોટું નથી બીજા લોકોએ શું ભૂલ કરી છે તે જોવા માટે. એટલે અહીંયા એક જ કેટેગરીમાં અલગ અલગ પ્રકારના અલગ અલગ રોબોટ્સ હતા. What are the mistakes that they have done? Several of them have already been flagged off to you, right? Loose electronics, mechanical assembly, something not rolling on, resources are scarce, and so on. That is one more important thing. What else for the kids, right? You have all these experts at one place. That is another important thing and opportunity for you, right? So you get to interact with each one of them, and they are very open enough to accept you and to share whatever are their learnings, which is extremely important for you, right? So what I wish all of you to take a message forward, you all be our brand ambassadors, right? Because you are the ones for whom this particular event is created for. So be our brand ambassadors. What I would like you to do is reach out, as Dr. Roy was mentioning. What we are lacking is still there is a lot needs to be done. And reach out to people around, not only in the state of Gujarat, but if you are looking at and have friends in other states and other colleges as well, spread message about Robofest, which is such a grand event to look forward to. And remember, there is a fail-safe mechanism, right? Everyone is there to support you. You had been given finance, you had been given mentorship, you had been given advice, you had been given platform to come and showcase, right? So everything is in your favor. Badhu tamara favor is, everything is in your favor, right? So be our brand ambassador, spread out the message, learn well, and do not have any fear of failure. That's the broad message that I think I'll like to pass on. And as it has already been said, right, all of you have one or the other way has tested the success of Robofest 3.0, right? So let's enjoy the occasion for which we are all gathered here. So with that, I'll stop here. Thank you all and have a good day ahead.
Now I request Dr. Brijesh Bhatt, Professor Computer Engineering, Dharm Singh Desai University, Nadiad.
So, good afternoon everyone, and thank you GUJCOST for conducting this Robofest 3.0 and inviting me to become a technical advisory committee member. I have seen the contest and I was fascinated by your participation, by your enthusiasm and the kind of robots that you have made. In my college days, 23, 24 years back, I have also tried to develop a robot arm with 6 degrees of freedom. All the theory remains same, but there was no technological awareness. There were only 7 engineering colleges in Gujarat. There were only 7 premier IITs. And if you fail somewhere, if you stuck somewhere, you need to go to institutes like ISRO with a permission, go to library, meet scientists and find out some formula, again work on the formula and all those. Cut to today, when I see this event, you have all the resources, as other mentors has also said, you have all the resources at your disposal, and the kind of participation that we are seeing, like Air Force School, Government Polytechnic, I mean, you do not have even your license and you are making this strange 6-legged beast, right? So that is in itself is commendable. So big applause for you all for coming here and making this robotic event successful. And it is very heartening to see the young people working in this field and coming up with such a nice ideas. But this has happened through the support of GUJCOST. So again, Dr. Sahu and his entire team, they have worked throughout the year. If you count the announcement date of this event, this is a year-long event, right? It was started a year back. We had 3-4 meetings, and it was not just a competition where you show your work and get the prize. Throughout the year, you have been mentored, you have been advised, and we have reached to this stage. So again, thank you, GUJCOST, and the entire team who is working tirelessly to providing you all the supports. And as all the members has said, and as all of them would agree, the team leader that we have, Dr. Roy, he is a very kind-hearted gentleman, and believe me, more than anyone else, he is the one who wants you all to succeed. So when he says that you are all winner, it is not just a cliche or way of saying, but from the very first meeting, he has very specifically said that all these young kids should get the maximum exposure, and they should learn as much as they can. So it was not just about winning and losing, it was about learning, it was about making best use of the resources and the platform that you have. And I believe in that sense, we all are the winners. So I truly reiterate his words that you are all winners, and not just you all, but through these events and this kind of events, entire Gujarat and the India is also a winner because we could pull off this kind of events. So I will stop my presentation as I have 2 minutes with 2 suggestions. One is that we have 1 year session and we had 3-4 interactions. But from the next time, 4.0, I would say the participants should speak more frequently, more often with the TAC members. We are all very willing to answer your queries. So get your email address, mobile numbers, and interact more frequently throughout the duration. This is a long process. So throughout the year you should interact with us. And second suggestion is that we want 4.0. So if you all agree with this event, if you want the Robofest 4.0 to happen, shout with me 3 times, we want 4.0. We want 4.0. We want 4.0. So with that I will stop. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Finally, I request our very beloved Technical Advisory Committee member who almost became a local mentor to you all, Dr. Jatin Dave, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Nirma University.
Good morning to all, the guests on the dais and my dear students. First of all, I congratulate GUJCOST for providing resource, because building the things like robot, it is not possible without money. And even if a small motor costs more than 3,000, even the price may go to 15,000 if you go for very high specification. So this is very important to have some resource when we start building such system. Another thing is that you have a journey of more than 6 months in this building the robot. And we are academicians, so we frame the syllabus and course learning outcome, and we use the word build, okay, when we frame the course learning outcome. And this keyword build come at the highest level. So you all have made the things which is working and moving. So you are all at the highest level of that particular aspect. You have utilized your time, you have given your time, and actually you have done real project-based learning. So that is very important. Only advice is that now you keep create a small library of all your reports and repository of the things that you have prepared at your college also, so that it will be utilized for the next generation. And keep this spirit of learning always together with you. Also transfer your knowledge to the next generation, and don't dishearten if your prize is another things. Participation spirit is very important, and you have remained determined. You have try to operate your robots with bravery, and you keep trying at the last moment of during your competition. So this is really congratulate. I would like to congratulate you on this aspect. Thank you all.
I thank all the technical advisory committee members for giving us time to interact with all you students, and a huge round of applause for you all to listening patiently and encouraging everyone. Now we have with us Shri Subodh Joshi sir, Deputy Secretary Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology, and he would like to give a small motivational address.
नमस्ते। गुजरात सरकार की ओर से मैं टेक्निकली एडवाइजरी कमेटी के सभी मेंबर का तहे दिल से स्वागत भी करता हूं और आभार भी व्यक्त करता हूं कि आपने अपनी ज्ञान से हमारे बच्चों का हौसला बढ़ाया। हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री जब गुजरात के मुख्यमंत्री थे तब ये जगह पर एक 25 साल पहले उन्होंने परिकल्पना की कि कुछ साइंस के विचार में कुछ किया जाए। आज हम देख रहे हैं कि देयर आर सो मैनी एक्टिविटीज़ इन दिस साइंस सिटी। आप जिस विषय से ताल्लुक़ रखते हैं वो रोबोफेस्ट के यानी रोबोट के हिसाब से हमने एक पूरी गैलरी बनाई है, यानी एक आपका जो थॉट प्रोसेस है उनको कैसे आगे बढ़ाया जाए। अभी माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेंद्र पटेल साहब ने ये साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट मंत्री के तौर पे उनके पास ही रखा है, यानी उनका डायरेक्ट इन्वॉल्वमेंट है कि साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी में हमारे बच्चे और न उनको कोई क्षति ना हो, यानी उनके जो भी बबलिंग आइडियाज़ है दे आर हमारे बबलिंग विद इनोवेटिव आइडियाज़ के कहीं भी पैसा की कोई कमी ना हो या हमारे मेंटर की कमी ना हो, सबको एक अच्छा सा एक इकोसिस्टम मिल जाए। आप इधर इतने सारे रोबोट के साथ खड़े हैं, हम आपको भी और आपके मेंटर्स सबको ये खूब खूब शुभकामनाएं देते हैं। मैं ये कहूँगा कि ये एक कंपटीशन नहीं है। कंपटीशन के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो हमारे पृथ्वी पर सबसे ऊंचाई पर हम एवरेस्ट पर जा सकते हैं, मगर 5 मिनट से ज़्यादा रुक नहीं सकते वहाँ। ये सबसे बड़ी बात है, यानी ये सिर्फ मज़ा है वो जर्नी का है। आप काबिल तो हो, ये सबको मालूम है। कामयाबी की चिंता मत करो, हमने वो फिल्म में देखा था, काबिल बनो, कामयाबी उनके आप अपने पीछे आ जाएगी। आपको आगे बढ़ने से लिए कोई रोक नहीं सकता। ये हम देख सकते हैं इन सारे ये जितने भी रोबोट्स हैं ये आपकी थॉट प्रोसेस का एक परिणाम है। आपने रात को 3 बजे भी जागा होगा कि ये किया जाए, ये किया जाए। सब कुछ एक हमारी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को कुछ अच्छी बात देने के लिए का एक प्रोसेस है। अब जब ये प्रोसेस में से ये जनरेशन पसार हो रही है, आपका काम, आप 10 साल बाद साइंस सिटी आओगे, 20 साल बाद आओगे तो आपको आप अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को भी दिखा पाओगे कि एक दिन मैं 31 दिसंबर 23 को ये मंच पर ऐसा कर गया था। वो हमारे रोबोटिक गैलरी में ये आपका जो भी रोबोट है वो वहाँ अब आपके नेक्स्ट जनरेशन भी देख के खुश हो जाएंगे कि मेरे आगे वाली पीढ़ी ने ये किया। मगर मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि आप अपनी थॉट प्रोसेस जारी रखें। हमारे SSIP और जो हमारे जितने भी सर्स ने जो भी एडवाइस दिया उन पर आप गौर विचार करें। गुजरात सरकार आपके लिए कोई भी दिक्कत के लिए हमेशा तत्पर है। हमारा गुजकोस्ट को मैं अभिनंदन दे हूँ और आप सबको नेक्स्ट ईयर 2024 के लिए सबको बधाई देता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
So now it's time to felicitate the members who took all the pains, and actually you people gave them a hard time. So we need to felicitate the Technical Advisory Committee members. And I request Shri Subodh Joshi sir on behalf of Department of Science and Technology, and Dr. Narottam Sahu sir on behalf of Gujarat Council on Science and Technology to please come forward to felicitate our Technical Advisory Committee members. I will first request Professor Sir to felicitate Professor Mehul Rawal, Associate Dean and Professor, Ahmedabad University. I request our dignitaries to felicitate Professor Brijesh Bhatt, Professor, Department of Computer Engineering, Dharm Singh Desai University. Next, I request our dignitaries to felicitate Professor C.H. Vitlani, sir, Professor East LD College of Engineering, Ahmedabad. I request Vaishali to please call the other Technical Advisory Committee members on the stage. Next, I request our dignitaries to felicitate Dr. Jatin Dave, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Nirma University. Next, I request our dignitaries to felicitate Kanade sir, representing Shri Avinash Punekar, CEO, I Create, Ahmedabad. Jalak, if you could please call Vivek Sangwan sir and Sudipto sir. I request Dr. Anjali Kulkarni madam to please accept the felicitation of GUJCOST. Okay, so in that case, now huge round of applause. We would like to felicitate our chairman, Technical Advisory Committee, Dr. Debanik Roy, Scientist, Division of Remote Handling and Robotics, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Department of Atomic Energy, Government of India. While our Technical Advisory Committee members come back on stage, actually it's looking, this Vigyan Bhavan has become like a hub of robots. If you see here on the stage, just below the stage, it's very heartening to see your creations sitting in front of the stage in one of the largest auditorium or the largest hall of Gujarat, the Vigyan Bhavan at Science City. It's really nice to see the robots walking around, sitting in the maze, just ready to, if you give a command from there, I think they'll start walking. So it's a beautiful exhibit of your prototypes here at Vigyan Bhavan. It's really nice to see the one which appears like a bat is taking the center of attraction, actually, the one which comes, whoever comes and enters here. So now I will request Sahu sir to please felicitate our guest of honor, Shri Subodh Joshi sir, with a small memento. So now I request the TAC members to please take off the dais, and we can proceed for the final evaluation results. And I request all the students now take the lunch, and followed by that we will start the validatory session. So all of you please assemble here by 1:30, and soon we'll be starting the session. Sangwan sir, please come on the dais. We have a small felicitation for you. Just a minute. Sangwan sir is joining. Sir, please take a small felicitation. Jalak, please give us, yes. Thank you all. So we welcome our dignitaries on the dais. Srimati Muna Khandar, IAS, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat. Dr. Anil Bharadwaj, Director, Physical Research Laboratory. Dr. Debanik Rai, Group Head, Division of Remote Handling and Robotics, BARC, Government of India. Shri J.B. Vadar, Executive Director, Gujarat Science City. And Dr. Narottam Sahu, Advisor, GUJCOST. So show some energy, guys. This is the grand finale and the moment that you are awaiting for. Before we begin, I'll request Amy to assist in the floral felicitation of our chief guest, Srimati Mona Khandar, IAS. I request Sahu sir to please do the honors. Now I'll request Vadar sir to do the honors to felicitate Dr. Anil Bharadwaj sir. So I'll take this opportunity to welcome Debanik Roy sir. I request Akanksha to welcome Sahu sir. I request Vaishali to welcome J.B. Vadar sir. So as we begin this final round today, the moment that you people have been waiting for, I request Dr. Narottam Sahu sir to give a formal welcome address.
Good afternoon to everyone. Respected chief guest of today's valedictory session of 3 days of a grand finale, Robofest Gujarat 3.0 competition, Srimati Mona Khandar ma'am, Principal Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Gujarat. Our guests of honors, Sri Mukesh Kumar sir, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, Government of Gujarat. He is joining with us soon. Our guest of honor, Dr. Anil Bharadwaj, Director, Physical Research Laboratory, Department of Government of India, Ahmedabad. Our Chairman, Technical Advisory Committee, Dr. Debanik Rai, Group Head of a Division of Remote Handling and Robotics Sciences, Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. Our Executive Director, Sri J.B. Vadar sir, Gujarat Science City. My colleagues, all our members of esteemed Technical Advisory Committee of this Robofest Gujarat program, the mentors and all our proud students. It's a great evening. It's a evening to be remembered for 2023, that all our young minds are coming with lots of innovations and creativity to solve the societal problem with the clarion call of our Honorable Prime Minister, and submitting their robots and taking lots of good wishes, gestures, incentives, motivation, encouragement for a new year and a new career and new future. So welcome all to this grand finale of Robotic Gujarat competition. We are very much thankful to our chief guest, Madam Mona Khandar ma'am, for his gracious present despite of a busy schedule, and our guests of honor, Sri Mukesh Kumar sir and Dr. Anil Bharadwaj sir, who are so busy on this year-ending activities and the departmental works. But still, everybody, we are so lucky and so getting all the blessings from all corners. All the members, all the dignitaries are here to bless you, to grace you, and to motivate you for your best for this, your career and the future. Today we have get a chance, opportunity to listen the live sessions of Honorable PM on Mann Ki Baat, and I think you got the message that how Honorable PM is also giving you that message that how your innovation and creativity has to lead you to give you the right position in the career and to take technology for the societal development. With all these words, I welcome everybody on the dais, our honorable mentors, our evaluate science jury members, and all the bright minds of the country, and we together we can make some difference in this new year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll now request our Executive Director, J.B. Vadar, sir, to give the opening remarks for this grand finale.
गुजरात रोबोफेस्ट ग्रैंड फिनाले 3.0 के इस कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित, जिसके मार्गदर्शन में ये पूरा रोबोफेस्ट हो रहा है, हमारे डिपार्टमेंट साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी मोना खंदार मैडम, ऐसे ही हमारे अभी मुकेश कुमार सर अभी आने वाले हैं, रिसेंटली ज्वाइन करेंगे, डॉक्टर अनिल भारद्वाज, डायरेक्टर PRL, डॉक्टर देबनिक रॉय, Group Head Division of Remote Heading BARC, and my colleagues Dr. Sahu, all my GUJCOST team, Science City team, and all mentors, participants, students, and electronics and print media persons, my friends. आज जो आत्मनिर्भर भारत की जो बात हो रही है, तो हम जो भारत को टेक्नोलॉजी आने वाले कल के लिए जो टेक्नोलॉजी को सुपर पावर बनाने के लिए और भारत को लीड करने के लिए मशीन लर्निंग और टेक्नोलॉजी अभी आने वाला कल है। आज 31 दिसंबर अपना है, आने वाले कल के लिए आज हम जितना भी इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे, जितना भी R&D करेंगे, जितना भी आगे जाएंगे, साइंस सिटी, गुजकोट और डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इसी बात पे काम कर रही है कि गुजरात वो भारत में लीड करे और पूरा भारत पूरे विश्व में लीड करे, और वो हो सकता है हम टेक्नोलॉजी के सहारे जितना भी आगे जा सकते हैं, जितना भी इन्वेस्टमेंट कर पाएंगे, जितना भी मेहनत करेंगे, जितना भी R&D करेंगे, वो आने वाला कल हमारा तय करेगा कि कैसे होगा। जो भूतकाल था, जो पास्ट था, कभी मनी पावर था, कभी अपना मसल्स पावर था, उसके हिसाब से कई कंट्रीज़ ने, कई रीजन ने लीड किया था, लेकिन अब इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, मशीन लर्निंग्स और ये IT और AI ये भविष्य तय करेगा। और अच्छे सुवर्ण अवसर के लिए भारत में भी अगर हमें आगे बढ़ना है और भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाना है, तो उसके लिए हमको इस क्षेत्र में जितना हो सके उतना आगे जाना होगा, इन्वेस्टमेंट करना होगा, और हम लोगों को सख्त मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी। इसीलिए इस टाइप के कार्यक्रम करके हम इस स्टूडेंट्स को एक क्रिएटिव, इनोवेटिव एक प्लेटफॉर्म दे के आने वाले भारत के लिए आपका सहयोग ले रहे हैं। तो आने वाले कल के लिए हम सब आगे बढ़ेंगे, साथ में रहेंगे, और साइंस सिटी, गुजकोस्ट, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी इसके लिए आपको प्लेटफॉर्म भी देगी और जितना हो सके आपको इसमें सपोर्ट भी करेगी। कुछ नए नए लोग, नए नए इनोवेटिव, कुछ फाइनेंशियल भी आपको हेल्प करेंगे। और ऑल द बेस्ट, विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Our team, ma'am, has prepared a glimpse of the 3-day journey of this grand finale event. So I would request our technical team to please play the small movie on the glimpse of the grand finale held during 29th to 31st December 2023. Thank you. It has been indeed a very engaging 3 days session. Now I request Dr. Anil Bharadwaj sir, Director Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad, to brief our audience. Oh yes. Before that, I would request Dr. Narottam Sahu sir to felicitate Shri Mukesh Kumar, IAS, Principal Secretary, Higher and Technical Education, Government of Gujarat. Yes, now Dr. Anil Bharadwaj sir. Please welcome with a huge round of applause Dr. Anil Bharadwaj.
નમસ્કાર, કેમ છો? બહુ મજામાં? Distinguished colleagues on the dais, off the dais, the jury members of this event, the participants who have come from wide across the state of Gujarat and all over India, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate and thank the government of Gujarat and GUJCOST for organizing this unique Robofest Gujarat 3.0, which in turn very clearly suggests this is a third such event being organized. Secondly, I would like to thank all the jury members who have been working very hard for the last 3-4 days, looking at all the robos which have been a part of this grand event. And I'm told that close to 700 participation was there for this event, and about 70 of those selected here are present as a team in this event. So this, please clap for yourself. So this clearly suggests that it's a tough competition. Hardly 10% of those who actually were interested to participate in this event got a chance to come over in the capital city of Gujarat to participate in this event. And I can understand the difficulties which the jury members would have faced in really selecting the best among all of you. And of course, the participants who participated in this event. Robot, you must be seeing, has undergone a drastic change in the last 1 decade. And the complexity is increasing day by day. Earlier, the robots were quite simple, but now you can see almost complete humanoid acting as a robot, performing all the duties which a human can actually do. And this complexity is going to increase, and therefore this kind of events really expose the students to take part in this events, not only just to take part in the event, but also to come with innovative ideas of how we can accomplish this kind of activities. Robot is going to be a part and parcel in the future. There is no doubt about it. Since I belong to the Department of Space, or ISRO, and you must all be remembering what happened on 23rd of August at 6 p.m. when India landed Vikram lander on the surface of the moon. And there was a robot which was sitting inside the lander called Pragyan rover, which came out of the lander and actually moved onto the lunar surface. And that was a demonstration from the country that robotics is going to be the most important aspect of space science and technology in the future to come. This rover, which was called as a Pragyan rover, actually moved almost 100 meters at the lunar surface. And it functioned for more than 12 days on the lunar surface. And it was a perfect rover because it was commanded and controlled from the ground in the control room in Bangalore. And all the functioning and activities, thank you, all the functions which it was supposed to do, it did without any flaw. And that shows that the country is capable of developing as complex robots as possible which can function on different planetary bodies in the solar system. So all those who are here, I have a suggestion for all of you. Increase the complexity of the rovers. Do as long control or as far off distance controls as you can, because the robots which are going to be functioning in the future can be commanded and controlled from far off places. And that is what is the future, because you have to incorporate larger communication distances which would be required for robots to perform in the future. In addition to this, of course, we are all knowing that in future, very near future, in next few days, on 6th of January, India will be putting the Aditya L1 around the L1 point. And this is again more of a robotic process by which we command the spacecraft and put it at the place where it is supposed to be for next 5 years to look and study the sun remotely from a point called L1 point. So my essence to all the students is try to think bigger and try to develop as complex robots as possible, because this field is growing to go very fast. And to keep pace with the changing technology, you have to be always updated and take part in this kind of events. So all the very best to all the students and to all the jury members who have evaluated you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for giving a wider vision to all our young participants. Now we have prepared a small souvenir on the Robofest Gujarat 3.0, which I would request all the dignitaries on the dais to please release. The team to please bring the souvenir on the stage. I'll request Dr. Akanksha, Ms. Vaishali, Ms. Ayush, Mr. Apur to please join on the dais for the book in which you have put in so much of effort. And now it's time to listen to the motivating talk by our chief guest, Srimati Mona Kandar.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to all the mentors and participating STEM teams. all the dignitaries on and off the dais. Now, today we are reaching to the final valedictory part of 3-day Robofest third version. So with every phase of Robofest, this is the third chapter, with every chapter, it has been more and more encouraging, and I'm very sure that the vision that Honorable Prime Minister has given to all of us to have India as a developed country by 2047 is not very difficult to achieve when we look at this kind of talent and enthusiasm. A big applause and many, many congratulations to all the participants. What is more important is to have an idea, to participate, to work on it, and try to give a concrete shape to it. So I'm sure those who have selected, of course, they have moved little further in their journey, but those who couldn't be selected, they should never lose their heart. They should continue to explore more of this fascinating world of innovation, research, STEM and robotics. The vision that I was talking actually has many facets. Technology and demographic dividend are two major pillars to visualize this kind of dream or to have this kind of vision. And both of them we are seeing materializing here. We have lot of talent and technology here, and also the demographic dividend. We are seeing the teams here with a lot of scientific temper, and this is exactly what GUJCOST at Department of Science and Technology does. It works to develop that scientific temper across the community and deepen it, especially in the youngsters. The young population of India is actually our future, and as you must be aware, in the aging global society or aging global community, India is going to be the human force of the world or of the globe. And we are also seeing that we find our youngsters, our people spanning across the globe, not only across the globe, but across the universe as we look at our projects. And couple of them just mentioned by Dr. Bhardwaj. So it's going to be more and more interesting with deeper technologies that is coming up, having very complex applications. So along with robotics, we have AI, IoT, and I think sky is the limit. So please let your imagination and innovative spirit fly to the highest, explore to the depth, and have your dreams come true. So once again, congratulations. And this RoboFest will see the prizes, total prizes of rupees 5 crore to be distributed. And one very important support that GUJCOST has arranged for or put together for you is to file a patent in advance for all of you. So that will be the recognition of all the hard work you have put in and all the learnings that you have received here. So please keep building on it. And again, a big round of applause for all the mentors who have come from the world-renowned IITs, NITs, and STEM institutions, local as well as from other states. So this is actually a very, very technologically sound, scientifically sound community and vision that we all are sharing. And what a grand way of bidding farewell to 2023 and welcoming 2024. So in the new year, a lot of congratulations and best wishes. And once again, congratulations. Jai Hind, Jai Jai Garvi, Gujarat. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your motivating words. And I would also like to request you to formally announce our Robofest Gujarat 4.0. We have a small announcement movie which I would like to play before your announcement.
Robofest 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. The saga to continue. Perpetuity guaranteed. Robofest 4.0 and many more such. A foregone conclusion. ₹5 crore of total prize. Competition in 7 categories. Yes, 7 categories. Two-wheeled self-balancing robot. Submarine or underwater robot. Rovers. Hexapod robot. Swarm robots. Fun robotics. Application-based robot. Registration of the national level competition to open soon. A collaborative program of Gujarat Council on Science and Technology and Gujarat Science City, hoping ₹5 crores of total prize money to be won. Students from across the nation, engineering colleges, polytechnics and ITIs across are eligible for participation. The saga to continue.
And I'm very glad out of total 67 teams that have finally been shortlisted, 49 are from Gujarat. And we wish all the best to all the states. Thank you.
So now the moment has come and I hand over the mic to Dr. Akanksha Verma to announce the prizes. Excited? Whatever. Let's begin with the first category, that is fun robotics, maze solving robots. And the consolation prize goes to Professor Vandana Bansal from Airport School, Ahmedabad. For the team.
तालियां बजती रहनी चाहिए। ये स्कूल के बच्चे हैं एंड अभी से ही इनकी हिम्मत एंड ताकत देखो। Dr. Upashna Goswami from SPB Patel Engineering College, and the prize money is 5 lakh rupees. Dr. Sachin Gajjar and team from Institute of Technology, Nirma University. And the prize amount is 7.5 lakh rupees. And it's a huge amount. Professor Jankana Mehta from Government Polytechnic College, Ahmedabad. These are polytechnic students and is hexapod robot, and here we have 2 consolation prize, and I request both the team to come together. Hexapod robot, and the consolation prize goes to Dr. D. Ezilarsi from NIT Trichy and Dr. C.H. Vitlani and team from LD College of Engineering, Ahmedabad, and both the team got 2.5. Dr. Harshit Dave and team from SVNIT Surat, and the prize amount is 5 lakh rupees. Please come fast. Prize goes to Dr. Vijay Savani from Institute of Nirma University, and the prize amount is 7.5 lakh. I request you all to come fast.
Come on, run to the stage. You have so much of energy and you are getting a huge amount. Show some energy, come on.
First prize goes to Professor Bhavik Ardeshna from GH Patel College of Engineering, and the amount is rupees 10 lakh. Come! Rover robot, and the consolation prize goes to 3 teams, that is first Vijay Pratap Singh from BVM, MC Patel from SVNIT Surat, and Shahid Mudasia from Government Engineering College Gandhinagar, and the prize amount goes to each team, that is 2.5 lakh. Done? Patel from BVM, 5 lakh rupees. Come fast. Come fast, please. I request you to run. See, senior person is running and junior is just walking. Please give them a huge round of applause. And the second prize goes to Dr. Mariam Kaveshkar, Ahmedabad University. And the prize amount is 7.5 lakh. Ahmedabad University. Please give them a huge round of applause. Rover team, excited for the first prize? Any guess? आवाज नहीं आई अभी तक श्योर नहीं हूँ कौन हो सकता है. First prize goes to Dr. Bimal K. Patel, SVNIT, rupees 10 lakh. Come fast. category is the robot. We have 2 consolation prize in submarine, that is Dr. Chetan Kumar Patel from RK University and Milind Patel from SVIT Vasad. Both the team received 2.5 lakh rupees each. Please give them a huge round of applause. Come fast. Submarine and underwater robot. The actual experiment we have seen. Consolation prize, RK University and SVIT Vasar. Please give them a huge round of applause. And the second prize goes to Dr. Akash Mekwan and team from IOT Nirma University. Come fast, students. And the team received 7.5 lakh rupees. Come fast, young generation. Any guess for the first prize? Second prize, Nirma University, Akash Mekwan and team. Please give them a huge round of applause. First prize, BVM, Ghanshyam Kumarji, Rathod and team. And the prize amount is rupees 10 lakh. Please come fast.
सबसे ज्यादा टाइम बीवीएम का टीम लेती है यहाँ पे आने में.
Come fast. Round of applause. And the submarine and underwater robot. Our next category is Swarm Robots. And the third prize goes to Satyanarayan Chakravarti and team from IIT Madras. And the amount for the third prize is rupees 5 lakh. Come fast. IIT Madras. Come fast, IIT Madras. Please give them a huge round of applause. Our second winner is Dr. Pujita Bhatt and team from Parul Institute of Technology. Please come fast. and the amount for the second prize is 7.5 lakh rupees. Parul Institute of Technology, second prize in the Swarm Robot. Any guess for the first prize? Then come forward. Come forward, please. Parul Institute of Technology, second prize. Please give them a huge round of applause. And the first prize goes to Professor Ashish M. Thakkar and team from BVM, and the amount is rupees 10 lakh from the Swamp. Please give them a huge round of applause. Next category. Our next category is two-wheel self-balancing robot. And the consolation prize goes to Professor Jankana Mehta and team, Government Polytechnic Ahmedabad, rupees 2.5 lakh. Come fast. लौटे आइए जल्दी फटाफट. Government Polytechnic College. These students are diploma students. Please give them a huge round of applause. A very hard working student. Third prize goes to Dr. Dhaval Kumar Soni and team, UV Patel College of Engineering. Come fast, and the prize amount is rupees 5 lakh. In the category two-wheel self-balancing robot, UV Patel College of Engineering, Jalpat University. Please give them a huge round of applause. Second prize goes to Dr. Saurabh Pisha and team, LD College of Engineering, and the prize amount is rupees 7.5 lakh. Come fast, please. Dr. Saurabh Pisha from LD College of Engineering. Please give them a huge round of applause. Any guess for the first prize? Yes, come forward. First prize goes to Professor Arun Dayal Udai from IIT Dhanbad, and the amount is rupees 10 lakh in the two-wheel self-balancing robot. Please give them a huge round of applause. Please give them them a huge round of applause. They were very good. Our last category is others application-based robot, and we have 3 consolation prizes. First is Dr. Vimal K. Patel from SVNIT, Professor Shruti Bhatt from Nirma University, and Dr. Mahfooza Holia from BVM. All the 3 teams received 2.5 lakh rupees each. Please run. This category is very challenging. Beach cleaning robot, smart cleaning robot. Please come first. BVM, SVNIT Surat and Nirma University. Please join them. Please. All 3 have got the consolation prize. Please join. Beach cleaning robot, smart cleaning robot. Any guess for second prize? Very confident for the first prize. The second prize goes to Ketan Kumar Patel, Ganpat University, Smart Library Assistant Robot. And I think it was extraordinary. Ganpat University, and the amount received is 7.5 lakh. Please give them a huge round of applause. Any guess for the first prize? Team? Second prize, Ganpat University, Smart Library Assistant Robot. First prize for the others category is Dr. Akash Megwan from Nirma University, rupees 10 lakh. Come fast.
With all the prize distribution, and quickly I would like to request Sau sir to please felicitate madam with a small moment. Akanksha, please arrange for the small token of appreciation for our guests. And in the meantime, I'll request ma'am to just spare 1 more minute, ma'am, for a small group photograph with all our prize winners. They are just here, and I'll request all the prize winners to immediately come on the stage running with their checks in their hands. All prize winners with their checks in their hands come on the stage just behind the dignitaries. And I'll also request all our technical advisory committee members to please join us on the stage. And give a huge round of applause for ma'am. I I also request Vaishali to please give the memento for Dr. Anil Bhardwaj. Please assemble fast on the stage, and I request all the TSC members also to come forward. Please give a memento. Sir, nahi? Okay. All TAC members to please join in the front line. Hold your checks on the top so that we can see the amount. While we take the group photograph, I would like to formally thank our Principal Secretary Madam for the guidance and motivation that she has provided. All members of Gujarat Science City, our Executive Director, Shri J.B. Vadar sir, and the team GUJCOST, and everybody who has put in effort to get this program together. Thank you all.